Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with a DayZ gameplay commentary for you guys. Some of you may not know what DayZ is, so I'm going to give a quick little lesson and then talk about my first impressions of this game once that's done. So first up, DayZ is a modification for ArmA 2 and its expansion pack Operation Arrowhead. It was developed by one of the developers who actually works on the ArmA franchise at Bohemia Interactive, and it is currently in alpha. So, with that out of the way, what is DayZ in terms of its gameplay and what sort of game is it? Well, it's actually kind of difficult to explain and to describe because it is a very unique game, but the best way that I could come up with is it's an online, multiplayer, persistent zombie apocalypse simulator, which I know is a mouthful, but I wanted to be precise with how I describe this game because it is very different from games like Left 4 Dead or Dead Rising, or just about every other zombie game that's ever come out. DayZ is a game about survival. There's no story, there are no missions, campaigns, objectives, quests. The game places you in a massive overworld map of over 200 square kilometers, and your only task is to survive. You're given very few supplies to start out with, and the only way to find more is to go to towns. But of course, towns are completely infested with zombies and, more likely than not, other players. Zombies are simple enough. They shamble about until they hear or see you, and then they bum rush you like nobody's business. Sometimes they do really stupid stuff, though, so I don't see them as the biggest threat, to be honest, in DayZ's world. I'm much more afraid of enemy players. Their behavior is completely unpredictable. They can kill you at any moment, steal all of your gear, and you have to start over from scratch. And of course, alliances are tenuous at best, so you need to be careful because betrayal is always a possibility. So what happens when supplies are running low? Well, you probably shouldn't let it reach that point, but you can always head towards a town, a barn, some sort of indoor environment, and more likely than not, you will find something on the ground. Sometimes it's just a few empty tin cans, but other times you'll find a canteen, or some ammunition, or perhaps even a weapon. When I mentioned that DayZ was a simulator, I meant it. You have to keep your character well fed, hydrated, and in good health. If you take damage, you'll have to use bandages, painkillers, perhaps even morphine to keep your character up and running. And sometimes, no matter how well you may have prepared, you will be overwhelmed. Zombies can come out of nowhere sometimes, and once you start firing your weapon in an urban environment, they will swarm upon you and your chances of survival become very, very low. Overall, I'm really enjoying my time in DayZ thus far. I think it's definitely a breath of fresh air compared to a lot of games out there. It's very different from your average zombie game. And it's kind of a tough challenge that is rewarding in the weirdest of ways. But anyway, if you'd like to try out DayZ for yourself, you will need a copy of ArmA 2 as well as its expansion pack Operation Arrowhead. I was able to pick up the two of those games in a bundle via Amazon for the low price of $15. I think that's a fair price to pay for both of those games as well as access to this one. And DayZ is just an alpha, so it's very, very interesting to me to think about what might come of this game in the months and years to come. So we'll see what happens with DayZ. I'll try and keep you guys up to date on its development. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye.